Hello and welcome to the Korenna Intuitive Astrology Station. It's so good to have you. I am going to be talking to you today, as always, from the Chinese and Sidereal Astrology point of view. So just know that it might be a little bit different if you are used to the Western and tropical system. So yeah, this is Eastern astrology and welcome. Thank you for coming back to those of you who've been here for a while, and welcome to those of you who are new. So I'm going to go over the energies of the week of November 15th through the 21st here into our new moon. So we are in this nice waning phase of the moon cycle. And we are in the Mercury retrograde, of course. And so this is, again, a time for really going within and really taking some time to look at our endeavors and process them, thinking about what changes we may want to do and how we can revamp things and all of this renewal energy, right? And so there's a lot of rethinking, renewal, recharging, really it's a period of rest. We are in that in between season, just barely. We are very quickly approaching winter here in the Northern Hemisphere. So we are still in this element of Earth. And so that Earth element rules the in between season. So as we're switching from fall to winter, we're still being ruled by the Earth element. I talked about this in my last video. I have a blog I'll post below if you want to learn a little bit more about that as well. But yeah, so this is the Yin Fire Pig month, and again, this is the Yinwood snake year, and the pig and the snake are opposing energies. And so there is a lot of change happening because that opposition energy creates what we call a clash in Chinese astrology. And that really just means that there's an opportunity for change. So we don't have to be worried about clashes. I know I used to be pretty rigid and scared a little bit of, what that could cause. And I had a little over rigidities in my own practice of using astrology with the clash energy. But, don't be afraid, but just know that if you do have pig in your chart or snake in your chart, there's going to be probably, especially snake in your chart, there's going to be probably a lot more change happening this month. And for pigs, we need to very much be careful because there is an aspect called self-punishment. So when there's two pigs, so a pig in our chart, the pig of the month, those can cause us to kind of work against ourselves. And it's, not fun to be like, oh, I over committed or I overextended myself or I, again, forgot to say no. It's a lot of boundary issues, but it could be all kinds of different things that it could come up as, right? So that's something for those of you to keep in mind. Again, if you have the pig in your chart, if you don't know what your four main animals are, your Baji chart consists of four elements and four animals. And so you can click on the link below to figure out what your four animals are. Sometimes you could have the same animal in your chart a couple of times, or even I have a friend who has four animals that are the exact same and then different elements. So that's always fascinating to see. And I do many astrology readings as well as the full in-depth readings. So you can ask all your questions and really find out more about you and figure out things that are your strengths. And especially if you are a business owner, I highly recommend this as being a way to utilize your talents and figure out how you can promote yourself best because we are all individuals. And Chinese medicine and Chinese astrology show us that we are, these unique beings, and there isn't like some cookie cutter marketing strategy for anybody. So I love sharing this with people so that you can know your strengths, whether you are, again, even if you're not a business owner, even if you're just a grandma, a mom, a dad, uh, you know, uh, just a good friend, other people, and it will help you to know who your allies are and to know why sometimes, friendships are different. Things don't work out with people. Again, it's really useful for networking to know who, your best people are and, why, and that can avoid the pitfalls. And then also, again, know why it just doesn't work out with some people, right? And so can really help us to not have some heartache later on. So Yeah, so again, links below for those astrology readings, or if you just want to check out your chart, you can look that up as well. But yeah, so let's begin with the energies. Oh, before actually I begin with our Saturday energy, I wanted to say really briefly too that if you are the rabbit, the goat, or the tiger, this month is going to be a really good month for you. And again, that could be anywhere in your chart. It does not really mean just your year pillar. In fact, our day pillar is our most important pillar. So maybe I'll share a little bit more about that at the end. And I do want to show you guys a Chinese astrology chart. I'm not sure if I have one ready for you today, but I'll have that in a future um, episode so you guys can see, because like when I'm showing the sidereal charts, it's like Western and it's a circle, but the Bazi Chinese astrology chart is four pillars. And so actually there's more than four, but the main Baji is the eight squares, which are the elements, and the animals. Okay. Anyway, it's getting a little confusing without you being able to see it, but okay, moving on. So yeah, gonna be lucky if you're rabbit, goat, or tiger. And also, again, if you're a snake, lots of changes on the horizon. So yeah, just be flexible and also take really good care of yourself. And also, because we're in Mercury retrograde, be very careful with being a snake that you don't go against yourself in a and or a pig, with like signing contracts or doing things without really thinking things through. It's just definitely a time to be a little bit cautious in that vein, or just make sure that you again read over everything and you're really certain that you want to go forward with any agreements, contract or otherwise, right? So, and all right, so I'm going to be sharing my screen here, and I want to share again with I'll be talking about both the sidereal and the one moment, let me get this in the right queue. Both the sidereal and the Chinese astrology. I'll be sharing the chart of the astrology with sidereal. So for those of you that are able to watch, you can see that. And if I can just click on the right button, there we go. And so again, this is for Saturday the 15th. We have today, the moon is in Virgo. Last night, the moon was in Leo. Oh, lovely Leo. It was such good, fun, high vibe energy. A little chaotic yesterday energy too. As you hopefully you saw my little 5-minute video that I kind of talked about some of the rougher energies of the week. I was a little focused more on the positive aspects. So with my last video, so I'm going to make sure that I include some of the things that are a little bit more challenging as well. So we have a better breakdown of the day by day here, again, with both Chinese and sidereal. So, all right. So for the 15th, Saturday, we are, again, the moon is in Virgo. So because we've got the Mercury also is in Scorpio, there's just going to be a lot of thinking. There's going to be a lot of digging. We're going to want to get to know kind of like the root of things. Also, it's a young Earth rat day. The rat is very detail oriented, so it's going to really want to organize. It could, you, because it's a Saturday, if you don't work, this could be a great day for organizing, for cleaning, for doing some projects of that nature. And also with the young Earth energy, you could be a really good listener to a friend. You may also take a little bit longer to make a decision. So if you're noticing, oh, I can't make up my mind today quite yet, if you can just reach out and let somebody else know, like, hey, I'm thinking about this. I'm not ready to go forward and make a decision, right? And so, yeah, I think it's always important to follow that energy. And also, today is a remove day. So, this is a day to solve a problem, and that could be of any kind of nature. So, this could be a health problem. This could be also a like trying to figure out what is going on sort of thing, again, because Mercury and Scorpio. So, this could be a good day, and with the moon in Virgo, to use that mercurial energy to actually maybe have that conversation with somebody that's been challenging. I mean, we can have conversations during Mercury retrograde. It's not like we have to wait till it's over. In fact, that's not really recommended. I mean, we don't want to like put off important conversations forever. It's important to also notice sometimes we do have to wait a couple days or even a week. And there's also no perfect time. So yeah, this could be a good day for that. There's a lot of oppositional energy today too, though. Jupiter is opposing Pluto. We've got the moon is in opposition to Saturn, or excuse me, let's see. The moon is opposition to yeah, Saturn and Neptune. And so, yeah, this, with the moon representing the people, there is going to be something, there's kind of going to be something maybe um, hidden from us, but also I feel like a karmic thing that could be positive with this. Let's see. Want to see. Okay, so yeah, with the sun being opposed to Uranus, we are probably going to start to learn more, and this is going to be going on all week, learning more about something in leadership. So we might get some really surprising news that happens around leadership in the world. And I think I've already been noticing some of that. So this last week. And so it's going to be really interesting because, yeah, there's definitely some. The underbelly is just coming up. I mean, we can't hide things anymore like people used to. And so there's all these people that have been able to control the world and through uh, and manipulate the people and the masses, through media. And this could be even through, again, as we know now, Hollywood and entertainment, right? And so it has kind of switched as not so much from the Hollywood scene, but as more from in the political scene. So I think we're seeing more things politically now that are coming to light. And again, there's just going to be less of an opportunity for these things to um, yeah, be hidden anymore. And the sun is at 29 degrees in Libra. So, I mean, this is about some kind of powerful ending around leadership. And also with it being in Libra, the sun in Libra still here at this 29-degree mark. It's like there is something coming into balance and coming into justice with this Libra energy. So, uh, I think that's going to be a good thing. And I think it's going to be quite shocking for all of us being opposed to Uranus. And it may not happen today, but this opposition is continuing through the entire week. We're going to see, I think, some pretty crazy stuff. And I've already been hearing some pretty crazy stuff. I don't get out into the weeds too much, as I've shared with you all before, but it's kind of hard not to be interested in a little bit of what's going on these days. I'm like, wow. I mean, wow. Anyway, I don't need to go into tangents here, but I'll stick to the astrology for now. But some of you may know what I'm talking about, and there's probably multiple things, right? Who knows? Sure, there's a lot going on that I have no idea about because I'm only clued into a few things. But again, we are also having this square with Chiron and Jupiter. So, yeah, there's just could be, again, some wounding around like us being able to expand in the ways that we may want. And it could be um, yeah, feeling a little bit tense, but also, I mean, sometimes opportunities come in here too. And I think, the opportunity is always to trust and to keep visualizing and to keep, keeping that positive outlook and using your mantras and your tools. So, yeah. And so let's move to the 16th. Oops, I apologize because I have it I was looking at the week mode. Let me go back one. Okay, whoops. One moment here. I've gone back too far. Okay, almost there. Okay, November 16th. We are now with the sun in Scorpio. So happy birthday to my Scorpio people. I know it's super confusing. If you came from the Western astrology world, I came from that too. I get it. It's like what we have been in the Scorpio astrology, sun in Scorpio, but nope. We have actually just now, as of the 16th of November, entered the sun into Scorpio. And the moon continues to be in Virgo. So again, we have all these planets in Scorpio, and then the moon being in Virgo, we are definitely continuing to be very much in our minds, very much in our head, very much thinking and digging deep in our worlds, in our inner worlds. And so we have this conjunction too with the moon and Black Moon Lilith. So again, I think there's going to be some things that are going to be coming to light that have been things that have been hidden and kept from us, and that are, are yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what happens, but with this, but those untamed parts of ourselves, yeah, hopefully, there's going to be some good transformation around ways that there have been control in leadership that have been keeping us down. Now, what else do I want to share here? So the moon is still square Jupiter. I think I talked about that already. Or no, let's see. We were talking about that. The Chiron square Jupiter. Okay, so then today, the 16th, yes, the moon is square Jupiter. So again, there could be a little bit of something that has making us feel like we're having a little bit of difficulty expanding. So be really careful today with your thoughts. Again, just try to keep a powerful mindset, but just know that um, yeah, that Jupiter in it is in Cancer, so this is really powerful energy. Jupiter is, this is a really powerful place for Jupiter to be in Cancer, even though it is retrograde, but this is still positive. And also, though, it is a multiplier day. So in the Chinese astrology, we have a uh, one sec. Yeah, the Yin Earth Ox. Yes, there we go. The Yin Earth Ox multiplier day. So we are going to want to work really hard today. We might be thinking a lot. Again, the Ox is another thinker archetype. So definitely, I would do something to get into your body, get out in nature, go dance, go play, get your feet on the earth, your hands on a tree, whatever you're able to do. Um, because yeah, we're going to be super in our heads if we're not careful. So, but yeah, also multiplier days are like a great day to like start and initiate a new project and like have multiple return, a lot of returns. Although, be careful because multipliers can go in every direction. So you can have like all these crazy responsibilities that you may not want either. So, it's good to just put energy out there for people to know about something. It's also just a really like motherly and fatherly nurturing energy of today. So we can lean into that. And so again, try to do your self-care as well on this day. And yeah, let's move into the 17th. The 17th, we continue to, or oh yeah, no, we moved into the moon in Libra. And so now with the moon in Libra, we are going to be still in our minds a lot, but yeah, we'll probably be thinking about justice. It'll probably be interesting to see what we're learning about things in the world again. We are continuing to have that grand water trine, which is really beautiful energy that's been happening for a while. But so we've got that with the sun and Jupiter and with the Saturn and Neptune. So that is all going to be just again allowing us to bring in that surrendering energy, um, looking into deeper reflections. Yeah, getting curious about our health and finding healing. And, yeah, I think probably getting into some kind of therapy or coaching could be a good thing as well during this time. Again, you'll just get really good results with getting yeah, into, looking into those deeper things or maybe into those places that you weren't really wanting to look before, but it's okay. It's time. And you'll have good support if you decide to go forward with that. So, yeah, so some of these energies are the same. But let's see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about that's a little bit different here. Yeah, so the moon, we have this also square to Pluto now today. So it could be bringing up something that, yeah, some wounding, something that we're going to have to heal and work through. So, yeah, the 17th Monday could be a little bit of a difficult day. It is a young metal tiger day. If you are monkey, if monkey is in your chart, I would lay low today. Remember the monkey, the snake, and the pig create some hardship. So yeah, there could just be a little bit of some things that we want to not overdo. So, or excuse me, it's the monkey, the tiger, and the snake. I said that wrong. But so with the snake year and then the tiger day, if you're a monkey, that trifecta can cause that ungrateful punishment. So just again, be very cautious. But this is a really powerful day. One moment, I need a drink. So the young metal tiger energy of this day is going to cause us to have a lot of drive to go after something, a lot of passion, a lot of energy. If you are interested in any kind of leadership position, this would be a great day to go after that, especially if this is something related to justice in the world and going after a cause that you really care about. This would be a beautiful energy to have you support that, and also uh, to fix something maybe legally. If you really do have the upper hand, this would be a great day to do that. All right, moving to the November 18th. Let's see. So that's Wednesday, or wait, Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. There we go. I was trying to remember what day of the week it was. Okay. So, and again, I am in Mountain Time, so adjust accordingly. So for November 18th, we continue to have the moon in Libra, and this is gonna, again, I've already talked about, yeah, we've got just some of those same aspects again with like the sun and black moon Lilith conjunction, these beautiful trine energies, and again, this oppositional energy is now still kind of happening, with the Uranus and the sun. Like I said, it's going to go on all week. So yeah, it'll be really interesting again to see what's happening in the world or around leadership. It could even be leadership in your community or in your workplace. So that could be interesting to see if there are some shocking news or changes or surprises for any of us, right? And so then it's a yin metal rabbit day, and this is a really high energy day. With the rabbit day, it could be a good day to well, this is a good initiating day, but also, the rabbit does like to be cautious. It's also very strategic. So, definitely take your time like going into some project, but also if you've already thought about something and you want to initiate something with your business or with something in your personal life, it could be with the yin metal energy. This could again be something that would be helpful around justice issues or just something for your family and making it a better place, or the workplace a better place. That would be a really great thing to focus on for today if that, is something you want to lean into. And yeah, it's a powerful day. So use this day. This is going to be a great day of the week. So moving to November 19th, in the early morning, we are in Libra. I know it says moon in Libra here, but later, about noon, it's going to be going into uh, Scorpio. And so then we're going to have this lovely stellium in Scorpio. In fact, let me just move this, see if I just go 3 hours ahead even. Oh, okay, 3 more hours. Okay, maybe I'm on the wrong day and I'm confused. One moment. There we go. Okay, it was a little bit further along than I thought. So looks like, yeah, it's a little bit later in the day that the moon goes into Scorpio on the 19th than I had originally thought. Anyway, we again have this stellium now in Scorpio. So really, again, I mean, I've been talking about it already, just more strong Scorpio energy. So a lot of deep healing. Again, there can be a little bit of a sting with the Scorpio energy if we are unbalanced. So make sure that you are really thinking about your speech and how it's being received. And so that's going to be something to keep in mind. And as always, but we don't want to be reactive and sting other people, even if somebody else is doing that to us. We always need to be the better person, and if we have to even just walk away or just say, hey, I'm gonna have to resume this conversation later because it's making me really angry. Or anyway, there's a lot of different tools and ways that you could navigate that situation, but those are just a few ideas depending on your situation. But these are just things that we're going to have to think about. And again, just we're going to be coming into finding so many hidden truths. Continuing, boy, this is really a month of truth saying. So it's going to be really fascinating to just check back in next week, and maybe I'll even share some things about the news, of the few things that I know about, which who knows, maybe we'll all be like learning some really big crazy things. We'll see. And again, I haven't been talking about this, but the Venus is in Libra. Venus loves to be in Libra. So this is a great month, or excuse me, week to be going out and yeah, meeting people, or trying to meet people, or if there's somebody that you've been interested in, putting yourself out there, or however that looks for you. But yeah, or if you're already in a relationship, again, this could be still a great time to, really enjoy some fun times and use these higher energy days that I've been talking about. The 19th is and also a really good day to initiate something. It is a Yang Water Dragon Day. So we're going to have some really big vision. We're also going to be thinking really fast with that Yang Water energy. We could also get a very emotional and or really passionate, but like don't go too far to get like a fiery dragon with that energy. So again, that's why I kind of mentioned with the Scorpio sting, the dragon energy, just, um, be aware we have that nice moon in Libra energy to kind of balance out our thinking in the morning, but then we're going to be a little bit more passionate with that moon in Scorpio later in the day. So yeah, just some things to be aware of. And then we also have this Pluto and Jupiter opposition today. So this will be, where is it now? Yep, here we go. Pluto and Jupiter opposition. So just something to be aware of, that, again, there could be something transforming around things that we're wanting to, yeah, it could be actually, there could be a transformation in the home market at this time. I really hope that there's something that helps people to be able to, live more affordably, and, for something to help with buying homes and all of that, and for renters, all of that. So hopefully we'll see something positive there with that. Even, I mean, an oppositional energy can be difficult, but also can bring a really big and positive change. But it can also, of course, upheave, some things that are around the home and family that we haven't been looking at, that we need to solve because of Jupiter being in Cancer. So, yes. And is there anything else I want to share with you on November 19th? I think we're going to go ahead and move over to the 20th. So, here we go for November 20th. And I don't like that I have it so late in the day, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter, I guess, at this point. This is just later in the day on the 20th, but again, the moon is still in Scorpio, the sun is still in Scorpio, the Venus is still in Libra, Mercury is still in Scorpio. So yeah, again, nice stellium in Scorpio energy, beautiful trine energy happening. And is there anything new? So this Uranus opposition is now yeah, okay. So the Sun and Mercury are conjunct. They're almost an exact conjunction. So again, I think we're going to be learning a lot more in the media around this time with what is going on in the world, and could be, again, very surprising with the opposition to Uranus. So we'll see what comes out for the 20th from the Chinese astrology standpoint. It is a Yin Water Snake Day. This is a day to solve problems. It's a day to, let's see, maybe even use some charm and your intuition to solve a problem, and or just, get into some studious energy, or do some kind of healing work. Yeah, we might be, again, still in our minds quite a bit, but also, like, I think, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more grounded energy today. And this is a day for, especially, like, the snake, to somebody with snake in their chart, to make a change for the better. So creating a new change that's going to be really helpful for you, breaking a habit, changing something, making it for the better. This could be your day to be like, this is the day. So for November 21st, this now brings us to our, oops, hang on a second. I totally skipped over that yesterday. Okay, I'm still going. Let me go back to the 20th. I got so into all the other things I was saying, I almost forgot to say, wow, here we are at the new moon. Okay. So we are on November 20th at the new moon, and of course, this new moon is in Scorpio. So again, it's going to be that dark moon energy, and it's going to be a time that you can begin to plant those seedlings. But if you haven't really been able to figure out what it is, although I think with all this thinking energy and going within energy and going deep, I think we're going to have a little bit more of an inkling of what we're wanting to create for our coming next moon, our new lunar cycle here. So I think this is, going to be a little bit more clear, but as always, you have a couple of days or so to continue to formulate what is coming in. And what I like to be really intuitive with the energies and not just be like, oh yeah, I know I want to do, of course I have my big goals of like, here's what I want to accomplish. And I may have those for, months or a year or something planned out, but like that doesn't mean that there isn't something new that doesn't come along, or that, we all want to lean into the intuitive energies to see, okay, what is it that is coming up that we want to go into and that would be best for us. And again, this astrology of this week can maybe hopefully help you to see a little bit more. And of course, if you want to know more about your personal chart, then you can get a reading with me and then you'll know a lot more. And so that is, yeah, for the new moon of the November 20th. So November 21st, still in that beautiful new moon energy. We're just a little ahead of that now. And this is a young wood horse day. And so we are going to, again, also be able to learn some new things really well, be really, this could be a day to be intuitive with using the intuition to make some also changes or solve some problems here. You could also, yeah, I mean, definitely solving problems would be a good thing to also again lean into, or taking a risk or saying something or asking for something that, was a little bit difficult. This could be a good day to do it. Make sure you are very thoughtful in how you're going to articulate that. Don't just be too, um, you know, uh, frivolous with your thinking around that. But yeah, definitely this could be a good day to create that change. And so that brings us to the end of our week. I'm going to stop my screen. And again, thank you so much for being here. It's been really fun to share with you. And again, I'll have those links below for your um, Chinese astrology reading. And yeah, and then I will be back. Actually, so I'm going to be here every Saturday to have the weekly energy for the following week. And then I will also have a little bit more energy update midweek this week, or a little bit later in the week, to just again guide us with that new moon energy that we're coming upon. So I'll probably dig a little bit deeper into that. And thank you again for being here. Let me know how the energies are playing out for you. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're viewing this from. I'd love to hear as well. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys real soon.